will explain on how to do t-test and f-test. So before going on in views, I would like to refer to the definition. A t-test is a type of inferential statistic used to determine if there is a significant difference between the means of two groups, which may be related to certain features. Whereas f-test is any statistical test in which the test statistics have an F distribution under the null hypothesis. It is often used when comparing statistical models that have been fitted to a dataset in order to identify the models that best fits the population from which the data were sampled. And what's the difference between both tests? The main difference between those tests are t-tests are used to compare the means of two populations, whereas f-test is used to compare two population variances. So I would like to use the data from the Pilgrim Bank, which we used in the previous case study. And these shows profit, online, age, group, income, tenure, and district. So first, you should open the file and then select the data that you wanted to analyze. And you get the various variables here. So where you should click first is the estimate equation, and you have to make an equation estimation by putting independent variable and dependent variable. So first you have to put the dependent variable, and this time I wanted to put profit as a dependent variable. And after you put the dependent variable, you have to put C between dependent variable and independent variable. After the C, you have to type independent variable. So this time I will choose age and tenure. And if you finish making the equation, you can click OK so that you can get the result. So where you can find the t-test, the result of t-test and f-test is here and here. And based on the numbers that you got, you can say whether the data is significant or not significant. So lastly, I wanted to explain when we use f-test. So it is when there are two examples, and the first is when you use ANOVA test, which we used for the global warming case studies. And yeah, I will just show here in the end. And yes, this is the end of the video 4. Thank you for listening.